He's under investigation. This is the guy who owns TWG Holdings, which is this massive multinational holding company that includes, I believe, below it, can you check me on this? Joey D, like Guggenheim Partners, which is where he even came into the picture. But let's get to this Henry Abbott, Joshua Kushner story. So it's long, and it's layered, and it's detailed. I'm going to read some of it, like little pieces of it, but I'm going to give you a layout of what Henry Abbott is saying could be the case here. And again, we're going to say for us and for Henry as well, who made it pretty clear in this article, very clear. It's pure spec. It's just, it's a lot of layers right here. So let me read the opening area right here so you guys can get a lay of the land. Essentially, Lakers sell for $12 billion from Mark Walters to what's reported as Joshua Kushner and Bob Iger. And people, I think it was 12.5.
12.5.
And it's just like closed case, and people are wondering, what else is going on here?
Yeah.
In comes Henry Abbott. Ramona Shelburne writes, Los Angeles Lakers being sold to Josh Kushner by Bob Iger for $12.5 billion, a record-breaking price, multiple sources told ESPN. And now Kushner and Iger might also be on the hook for the Buss family holdings too. So the Buss family had sold their majority stake after having it for decades to Walters just last year. It was like 13, 14, 15 months ago. More on him in a second. And so they sold the remainder of their stake in this deal. So it's just like a clean, total new ownership group. Under the terms of the deal, reports the New York Times, Kushner is putting up personal money and Iger may as well. And again, to be clear, this is Joshua Kushner, not Jared. It's the younger brother. Iger may. This is what Henry Abbott points out from that quote. Somehow every media outlet is reporting that Bob Iger is buying the Lakers. But yet they're saying Bob Iger may put up money. How do you buy a team if you're only going to may put up money? And we're talking about $12.5 billion here. That doesn't make sense. So he says, let's estimate that Mark Walter now owns 85% of the Lakers. The Busses own almost all the rest. If that's right, someone has to get Walter $10.625 billion stat. And the Busses would like a couple billion as well. Iger is good, according to the New York Times, for perhaps zero. And so Josh Kushner, worth a reported $5 billion, again, we're not even halfway there, needs a ton of money. So Henry says, if we go to lunch and you generously pay on your credit card, would the media report that I'm buying lunch? And what if someone else pays your credit card bill? Because Forbes estimates that Bob Iger is worth around $600 million and Josh Kushner around $5 billion. Who in the hell is actually buying the Lakers then? The tidiest answer would be whoever Mark Walter owes all the money to. So before I read this next paragraph, Mark Walter is currently under massive federal investigation for tax fraud.
That's good.
That's good. Listen, a little bit of tax fraud apparently never hurt anyone, and it's just like the Penn State thing, dude. They're going after a good and decent businessman who's bravely creating jobs in our economy. What is the problem with that, Joey D?
That's true. Yeah. A lot of diverse jobs, too.
Did I just change your mind?
Kind of a little bit. Good. Yeah, we'll do the fraud. We'll let it slide.
That's good. We'll let it slide. But anyway, he's under investigation. This is the guy who owns TWG Holdings, which is this massive multinational holding company that includes, I believe, below it, can you check me on this? Joey D, like Guggenheim Partners, which is where he even came into the picture. I think he was like the head of that for a while. Major financial outlet right there. But he's been under massive investigation. So this guy had bought the Lakers. I'm correct on that?
Yeah.
Okay. He had bought the Lakers. He's owned the Dodgers for a while now. And he
Chelsea
FC as well over in England. He's just trying to get out from under this shit. He started collecting a little too many assets too fast. And he's like,
he likes playing with balls, it seems.
Playing with balls. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Listen, whatever you're into.
Yeah, listen, Mr. Walter, you do you.
You do you. You do you. Anyway, so Walter is doing you by trying to now, I would say fire sale the Lakers, but like he got a record-breaking deal, which is another thing here. Joey D, if I own a team, even if it is a crown jewel like the Lakers, and I am under massive tax fraud investigation, all these billionaires or powerful people that are coming in to buy it, they're all sharks. They know you have to sell it. I mean, he's got fucking legal fees and shit. He's got to batten up the hatches here.
Yeah.
And they're still paying an insane record deal like that. meaning they wanted it that quickly, that badly, with as little competition as possible. When, yes, it's the Lakers. I'm not going to lie. Like in sports, that is a crown jewel franchise. No one is saying it's not. But like, Bob Iger needs a, you know what I mean? Like, it's a little weird.
Yeah, it is a little weird.
It's a little weird. Anyway, back to what Henry was saying here. He said, so who in the hell is actually buying the Lakers? The tidiest answer would be whoever Mark Walter owes all that money to. Because again, he's had some money problems. Mark Walter's business meltdown is far-reaching and complex, but Pablo Torre, Brian Windhorst, and others note that Mubadala Capital, great name. That's a great name.
Yeah, I thought it was fake.
Even if they end up being evil, great branding. Mubadala Capital agreed to anchor a $10 billion syndicated investment for one of Walter's businesses a few months before he purchased the Lakers for that exact amount. It's interesting. So, you know, they inject him with $10 billion, he buys the Lakers for $10 billion. Almost like it's a little, you know,
a little trade.
You hear that sound in the mic, Joey
wash.
Beef? A little slushy, a little slushing around, right? Listen, the Gulf States love basketball too. Said no one ever. Anyway. And then, as we discussed in the last installment, referring to his last reporting, Bloomberg reported in July about investigators looking into Walter. And this is from Bloomberg. Key in on this, folks. An early focus of the inquiry was a deal TWG struck last year with Mubadala Capital, an arm of an Abu Dhabi sovereign wealth fund. According to people familiar with the matter, in April 2025, the companies announced Mubadala Capital would anchor a $10 billion syndicated investment in TWG. Prosecutors were looking into whether Mubadala Capital had been misled about valuations, said the people, who asked not to be identified discussing confidential matters. It's unclear whether prosecutors are still pursuing that line of inquiry. Now, Henry adds, Mubadala is this Mubadala.
Yeah, Mubadala.
A lot of people are saying is a sovereign wealth fund owned by the government of Abu Dhabi. Mubadala is currently chaired by Mansour bin Zayed Al Nahyan, otherwise known as MBZ. You got MBS in Saudi, you got MBZ in Abu Dhabi. Let's just keep it simple, okay? While Khaldoon Khalifa Al Mubarak is managing director and group CEO. So for the purposes of this article, they're going to call him Khaldoon, which is what he's often referred to. He went to college in Boston and attended NBA games. Khaldoon lived in Los Angeles, where he became close to Ari Emanuel, who's like the most powerful agent in WME as well. Emanuel found doctors when Khaldoon's kids got sick. Khaldoon funded Emanuel's ascension to run a giant sports conglomerate, but appears to have a particular interest in the NBA. Also, full disclosure here, just so you know, nothing's not on the up and up. It's very public on my profile. I do have an agent at WME as well, which is what Emanuel owns, but should mention that while we're reading this. Now that Walter has become radioactive, is it possible that Khaldoon would feel comfortable doing business with someone like Bob Iger? And this is the last part I want to read down here. Okay? Here's Iger announcing Disney's 7th theme park with a video above. We're not going to play it, but that's what the announcement is. In Abu Dhabi. It's a complex deal that took some negotiating between Disney and guess what? Khaldoon's brother, Mohammed Khalifa Al Mubarak, chairs the Department of Culture and Tourism, Abu Dhabi. Interesting that he was on the other side. It's like they're all related. If Khaldoon and Mubadala was okay with Walter owning the Lakers, in air quotes there, reportedly purchased with Mubadalers, I like that term, Henry. Good. That was nice. Mubadalers, that's going to stick. Might he be okay with Bob Iger and Josh Kushner doing the same thing? Meaning there's a little backdoor deal now. And this is where I'm going to start to summarize the information, and we'll come back to some little important passages that Henry puts together in this long article. Again, we should link that down below. Don't let me forget that, Joey Deef.
Okay.
I'll do that tonight when I'm editing this. But, you know, I encourage you guys to read it because Henry, as usual, is going step by step, bit by bit, shot by shot, putting it all together. But essentially, the implication is that this sovereign wealth fund, as a part of Abu Dhabi, was slushing money through Mark Walter. They are now letting the ownership of the Lakers change hands and appear, in what Henry is speculating, to be this sale, when in reality the same money is behind it all. Thank you guys for watching the episode. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and smash that like button on the video. They're both a huge, huge help. And if you would like to follow me on Instagram and X, those links are in my description below.